Hi, Dr. Marion Owen with Whole Family Medicine. Today I'm sitting down to make what could honestly be the shortest video of all time to answer the question, should I get a flu shot? Yes, I think so this year, yes. It's 2020 and that means that absolutely anything might happen. And also, seriously, COVID is going on. We are all having enough challenges to our stress responses and our immune systems that I think this year for sure the benefit of the flu shot for pretty much every patient is going to outweigh any potential risk. So I'm advising that everyone go ahead and get one. We did try to order some for the office, but because demand is so high and we're a teeny tiny little practice that's not on the top of anyone's list to keep happy, we were not able to get any. But happily, every single walk-in clinic in the world was, and so I recommend that you just go to your local Minute Clinic or Kroger or Walmart or whoever is doing it and just sign up and get your flu shot. If possible, try to get from a single dose vial. That will minimize your exposure to any preservatives and additives that keep things in the multi-dose vials good. That's especially true for children and for the elderly. This year you want to get the quadrivalent. That means it covers 4 different flu strains. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone is going to have. I would be surprised if anyone is offering something that isn't the quadrivalent. Seniors do get a different concentration of the flu shot, so their vial is different. So just make sure that the provider knows your age so that they can appropriately give you that, but they're going to be careful about that. So yes, this year get your flu shot. Happily, because we are all also wearing masks all the time when we're out near other people, probably our flu rates are going to be very low this year. Continue to do everything that you're doing to protect yourself against COVID, and that will certainly protect you against flu. Our kids are starting to be asked to return to schools. If you're making a decision to let your children do that, please know that that little petri dish that is their school is coming into your home, and so everyone do what you can to minimize your family's exposure to people who are more fragile than you. Making sure that you continue to protect the elderly people and the immunocompromised people in your life as those kind of return to normal activities are happening, perhaps prematurely, certainly prematurely, but not maybe crazily so, knock on wood. That's my general flu advice about moving back into classrooms and colleges and all the things that are happening now. I agree that we all do need to get back to more normalcy, but you do also need to remember that just because someone says it's safe for you to go have dinner inside of a restaurant, that ain't necessarily so. I would not recommend doing that. Don't be in small enclosed places where people don't have masks on. That's just still not safe. COVID still exists and we need to be careful. My general flu recommendations are the same as year after year, and they're basically the same as what I just sent out about COVID. So, your vitamin C, the N-acetylcysteine, all the things that you're familiar with. If you're new to me and you're not familiar with those, please just give us a call and we'll get all of that sent out to you. But those of you who have been around for a few years, you know my flu advice. Can't believe it's time to do another flu letter. This year, just time is not quite the same, is it? Where suddenly it's October. I feel like I'm not sure I even had a summer, although I really didn't do anything, but I didn't do anything. So it all feels very strange. And I know you're all experiencing that too, this just weird time warp that we have been in since March. It is dragging on, and here come the holidays. I know many of you are going to ask, what is safe to do with family members at Thanksgiving, at Christmas, now that we can't gather outside? How do we gather inside? And what is safe does not change because what is safe is more inconvenient. So when COVID rates are up, which they still are in Georgia, airplane, can you believe it? There's an airplane flying overhead. We haven't had much of that, but here lately they're a lot busier. Sorry about that. But if you have people in your life that are at risk of COVID, you do not want to be in an enclosed space sitting at a table eating a meal with them for 3 hours. That's still not safe to do. I am happy, of course, to discuss with you um, modifications specific to your situation if that would be helpful to you. Susan and I have been trying to help people think these things through and feel like we're old hat at it. So if there's a specific, family member or question about a contact, or can I do this before I go see my mom, those kind of questions, we can try to help you think that through. We are offering some COVID testing in the office now that has a 1 to 2 day turnaround time. So for people who want to get tested before they go see family members, if you call, Anita is able to just meet you at your car and get that swab done for you. So that's also some good news. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to say to you besides my usual, which is how much we appreciate how patient you are all being. Oh, this is something I'm supposed to say to you. We are starting to reschedule physicals again because our local rates of test positivity are below 5% now. We feel safe letting people come in a very controlled way. So Susan is starting to rebook physicals. So if you have been delaying your physical and feel some urgency about that, you may go ahead and call and get that scheduled. Please, though, know that no one's had a physical for 6 months. That doesn't make us able to do them faster or able to do them more a day without losing our minds. So please be patient with us as we do get all of you worked in and get back on our kind of once a year schedule with you. We will do everything we can to get that going as quickly and seamlessly as possible, but we will need you, of course, to be patient. We may be booking out 2 and 3 months at a time because of the backlog. So, but we are doing that. So if you have been postponing your physical and you feel safe coming into us, we feel safe having you come in. Of course, you will be tested on the way in the door for your temperature and your pulse ox. You will be asked not to come in if you've had any concerning contacts or any concerning symptoms. And we will ask you to wear a mask, and we will wear a mask and a face shield whenever we're in close contact with you. But we are opening that back up again and slowly letting people come back in as need arises. So those are our pieces of information and updates, and I'm sorry it was a little scattered. That's just the way my brain is these days. But for those of you who do continue to ask, I am feeling better. I am better. I am healed from COVID. It is over. I'm just spacey because life is crazy. But I hope that you are well. I hope that you are continuing to find those moments of joy, find ways to be at peace. I know these are anxious times, and I know that so many of us are just feeling like I just can't take another piece of information. I can't handle another data point. And I think a lot of that is just that we are kind of alone in our processing, and we're not contacting our social circles. So if you have need of any extra support because of those issues or anything else, please do reach out to us. Know that your experience is not unusual and doesn't indicate anything wrong with you. Any person is overwhelmed right now. All of us, the most stable to the most fragile, all of us are feeling at the end of our little frayed ropes. So know that you're not alone. I know that doesn't help you sleep at night, but you're not alone. You're cared for. And if we can do anything to help you, please let us know, and be well.